Welcome to Lesson 9. We've got a couple topics this week that are really crucial to successfully marketing your business. And then we've also got the first half of Project 3. So the first topic will be relevance and quality score. That's a measurement of the quality of your ads in Google Ads. Then we'll also talk about Google Analytics. And your Project 3 will be creating a Google Ads campaign. So let's jump into your first topic. Relevance and quality score. I mentioned this before, but the Google Ads process is a bidding process. And from your keywords, you compete for ad space on those keywords. And if your bid price is higher than others who are bidding for the same space, then your ad will appear. However, Google doesn't just go on the amount of your bid, the amount of your bid. Google will also assess the quality of your ad. They'll assign a score to your ad. And the higher your score, the more that will factor into their algorithm, and the lower your bid price has to be to win. So you could beat someone out if you offer, say, $1.50 and they offer $2. If your quality score is that much higher, you may win that bid still. So it's worth investing in this quality score. You won't start to see a quality score for your ads until your ads have run for a little bit. But once your ad campaign has run, Google will assign a quality score and you can start to improve it. From these readings, you can understand what goes into the quality score, what affects it, and how to improve your ad quality. And so this assignment will be to take a hypothetical situation. If someone had a keyword with a quality score of 4, what are 3 things you would recommend they do to increase the quality score? Now note that the keywords, in addition to the ads, have a quality score. So the keyword has a quality score of 4. I guess I've been talking about it in the context of an ad, but really your ad campaign will be assigned quality scores. So your keywords will get quality scores. Your ads will get quality scores. So you will list 3 things that you recommend they do to increase that score, and for each of those things, explain why you believe that those will impact the score. Make sure your essay is at least 150 words, and that will complete this assignment for relevance and quality score. We'll do a lot of iterations on ad writing and how to improve not just the quality score, but just the overall content of your ads. Ad writing is a very iterative process. You've got to go through it, test it out, improve it over time. But this will be just the beginning of that quality score. Since we've got Project 3 here, let's jump into that. As I mentioned, this will be the first half of Project 3. Project 3 is split into 2 halves, and this is really about getting your campaign ready to launch. You will launch this next week as part of Project 3, but to get it ready, go ahead and create an ad campaign with 1 ad group, 2 ads within that group, and 10 keywords. And that's it. So there's a video here you can watch, but Project 3 is designed to be much less time intensive than Project 2. You may spend a lot of time writing your ads, so it could be time intensive in that sense if you'd like it to be. But this is really about getting your ad campaign prepared to launch. You'll receive further instructions in week 10. Note that to launch your campaign, you're just creating the campaign. So it's not launching it yet. It's making sure it's all ready to go. And that's it for this first half of Project 3. Installing Google Analytics assignment is is preparing you for further assignments. We'll do a lot with Google Analytics, but let me just explain briefly the power of Google Analytics. If you're not familiar with this program, we will install a code snippet on your website, and it will monitor the actions of all visitors to your website. Companies, let's take grocery stores for example, because they're notorious for this. They pay millions of dollars to track where their customers go in their store, and they will actually set different prices to their sellers for shelf space in the most popular areas. And so the entryway to the store, or those first few shelves, are more expensive to put product on because they know everyone will be there. And then there's a certain price to the sellers who want space in the dairy aisle that's very popular per se, or different areas of the store. And so they'll pay a lot of money to track where people go. Well, the advantage to an online business is you get all that valuable information for free through Google Analytics. You can see how people got to your website, what's the first site they go to on your website, how much time they spend, where they go, what path they follow from page to page on your website. So there's a lot of really rich information in Google Analytics. This assignment will help you get that installed on your website. And so there's more information on how you get started with this and how you set it up. In essence, you will go to the Google Analytics website. You will generate a tracking code. They call it a code snippet. Then for the assignment, you'll paste that code onto a web page, onto a Word document. Then you will also paste it onto, as part of step 2, you'll install that on your website. It doesn't say exactly where here because that will depend on your site builder or your content management system. This is a very, very common process, and so if it's not clear and obvious, if they haven't already shown you instructions on how to do this, reach out to your site builder, ask. They'll help you find the right spot, because this is, again, a very common process. Almost all websites have these. But going back to your Word document, you'll explain where on your website you pasted the tracking code. Then you will link your Google Ads to your Google Analytics account. This will be a crucial step for what we'll do later on in tracking the return on your Google Ads investment. So you want those two accounts linked. There's an instruction on how to do that here, and then you will explain in your assignment on how you link Google Analytics in your Google Ads account. And then finally explain why you feel Google Analytics will help your web business be more successful. So we're working with Google Analytics and Google Ads, two platforms that are really, really powerful if used correctly. And we'll spend the next couple weeks going a little bit deeper into these, on how they interact and why they can be so powerful together. So again, in summary, follow these instructions in steps 1 through 3. In step 4, which is your actual assignment, your Word document, paste that tracking code, and then walk me through a little bit about how you completed these steps up here. And again, we'll do many more assignments on Google Analytics, particularly in week 13 is where we spend a lot of time on Google Analytics and going in depth. So that'll be it this week. You'll have your discussion boards, of course, and your reflection. Please reach out if you hit a stumbling block this week, and we'll move deeper into some pretty important topics. Thanks, everyone.